Last year, I spent over $50,000 on childcare. And where I live, that's pretty normal because on average per kid, it's about $20,000 a year or more. So I've got 4 kids. That's a pretty normal number. But when I bring up the rising costs of childcare, people are constantly providing solutions. And the number one solution that people like to give is that one parent should stay home from work, leave their job for 3 to 5 years, just until those kids hit public school age. But this is such a short-sighted view, especially financially, because often it's in the context of finances, right? If you leave the workforce, you'll save $50,000 a year. Say you do that for 3 to 5 years, that's a huge cost savings for your family, right? That's a huge impact. But it totally ignores the long-term impact financially. When people leave the workforce, and it's almost always moms, when they leave the workforce, they lose out on career growth and opportunities. They lose out on wage growth during that time. They lose out on the income they would have had during that time. And they lose out on long-term opportunities like retirement savings, et cetera, and other benefits that they might have. They lose out in many ways. And if you do the calculations, it's over hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes millions, depending on how much they're earning. And then they're told that they'll be able to re-enter when their kids go to school. And while you can re-enter, you are not re-entering at the same level, at the same pay, or even the same level of respect that you once had, because oftentimes there's this big red flag when somebody has a huge gap in their resume, even if it is to stay at home with kids. And that is why it is such a short-sighted viewpoint, because yes, you are saving money now. And obviously, I understand some families just cannot afford childcare. It is a huge problem in our country. There is a childcare crisis. But for those of us who are saying it is actually better for me to work, this is what we mean. We might be walking away with only an extra $10,000 or $20,000 a year on average, right? That's what some people are walking away with, and that's okay, because the long-term opportunity is still better, and it will provide for our kids for the rest of their lives, not just this short period of time that we focus so heavily on. Also, our country could build infrastructure and funding and systems that could provide high quality, affordable, accessible childcare to families, and that would be good for our economy. Having kids is important for our economy, and people are stopping having kids because they can't afford them, yet they also can't afford to take the career break that everybody keeps telling them to take.